Good day, my people in YouTube land. This is your man Sonny Wayne Fella coming to you once more from the Atlanta, Georgia area here in the United States of America. Today is a beautiful day. It is early in the morning here, and I am so grateful that you could permit me to be with you wherever you are, wherever part of the world you are, Liberia, in Africa, in Europe, Asia, America. I thank you. It is a privilege for me, and I'm honored for you to switch to my channel and to be able to listen to me day in and day out. You know, we are speaking about the elections in Liberia. Some of us are advocating for a better Liberia, a Liberia we can all be proud of, a Liberia that we can love, because that's the only country that we can never be deported from. That's the only country we have when we say we have a country, right? You know, there are people living in countries like those of us who are here in America. This is not our country. We are passing through. Yeah, we are citizens. We naturalized as citizens of this country, but we are not birth citizens of this country. The leadership of this country could decide to deport us, to send us out of this country. They could decide anytime. But at least we have a place that we can call our home, Liberia. You know, that's something sometimes we fall short of thinking that we are blessed in so many ways. Because those that were born here in this country, America, the African Americans, the whites, the Caucasian as we call them, this is the only country they have. And with the situation now in America, it is not stable anymore. America is virtually shaking. Prices of things are very high. If you purchase a home, as we call it, purchase a home, but you have 30 years or 15 years to pay off your home, those that are in charge of the community that your house is built have a grip on you. It's like a grip on your neck. Whatever you do or you want to do in your yard, if there is a tree that is just between the road and your piece of land that you have or your house built on it, and something happens to that tree, it died or something, it is your responsibility to make sure that it is cut down and the area is thoroughly clean. Should be no roots in the ground. You need to dig up everything. But that's the kind of life that people live here. You are totally controlled. Even with your own property, you are controlled. You are told that you have to ask permission before you can do anything in your own yard or your house. If you want to fell a tree, you have to ask permission. But then they said there's freedom in America. Freedom of speech. Freedom. Is it true that the United States of America has freedom? I don't believe it. I've been in this country for over 24 years. So I know. I'm not just saying it because I want to. It's something that I've experienced. So Liberians, we are blessed to have a country called Liberia. But are we going to sit back and destroy what we have? Liberians, we are quick to forget. We are quick to forget. We went through war when over 250,000 people were murdered indiscriminately. Are we going to return to those dark days when dark clouds hover over Liberia? People were running helter skelter. People were carrying their loads and their children on their backs and children on their shoulders. Because I know I took my one son I had at the time on my shoulders from Monrovia through Fendel and onto Kakata, where on my way to Kakata I was arrested, I was maltreated, I was going Kakata, I was in jail. And fortunately for me, or a friend I knew from the special task force, because that's where I was a part of in Monrovia, he came and saved me from the jail. I could have been dead today. Are we going to revert to such a time when Liberia was in complete chaos and they didn't know what to do? The Lord came to our aid, to our rescue, and saved us. And now I see today in Liberia, people have started again. They have started killing one another again. They have started fighting the UP and the CDC. They are killing one another, fighting each other, quarreling, and just misbehaving. Is this what we want to return to, people of Liberia? The dark days? This is an election. Only one person can win. And no one is entitled to the presidency of Liberia. If you have a platform that the Liberian people agree with and they accept and they vote you into power, praise be to God. You can be the Pharaoh of Liberia. You can be the Saddam Hussein. You can be the Kana Gaddafi. You can be whatever dictator. And if the Liberian people chooses you to be their leader, so shall it be. But is that what you Liberians want? Do you want a dictator to rule you? Do you want a person with no heart to rule you and treat you like a slave in your own country, where you should live beyond reproach, live in freedom? Is that what you want? Because that is what's happening today. We saw what happened in Lofa. 2 people were killed. It seemed that they even went to the second person's house and they punched the wall, bust the wall of that house, brought that person out and murdered him, beat him to death. Is this what we want in Liberia, my people? Is this what we want in Liberia? We believe in hurting each other. We have no manner of approach, no good manner of approach. If you're speaking to someone, you scream at them. If you are getting in the taxi, you scream at the next man, bushman, get out, dress. There's just no patience. And that's what is happening to us today. The war that came to that country, it have destroyed the mindset of our people. They have destroyed it. UP and CDC, they are fighting. Are these the people you want to lead you in the next generation? To lead you to your destiny? Fighting each other and cursing, committing crimes, people making, erroneous statement about if they don't win because they are entitled to the presidency, there will be the end of Liberia. People talking about the Arab Spring and they're going to go back to war. Is this what you want? Why do you all need to be president so desperately? What are your plans? Because we don't see it, we don't hear your plans. There's only one person who have given us his plan, and that's Alexander Benedict Cummings. What else have we heard? Arise from Joseph Boyka, who says sanitation is health care. Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we want? Is it George Weah, who have embezzled so much that the country today, we don't even know where it's headed to? People are suffering. Little kids, 6, 7 years old kids in the street, on the street selling to survive. Cars are killing them. The future of our nation, drugs are killing them. Cars are killing them because they pass through cars when the cars are moving just to be able to sell chewing gum, peanuts. I remember when we went to Liberia 2 years ago on our way back to the States, there was a 6, 7 year old boy at the airport selling masks. Selling masks. In Liberia, they say nose masks, but he was selling masks. At night, it was right about 8 o'clock at night, going to 9. This young man was selling masks. That young man should have been home, resting, preparing for the next day to go to school. That little child, but he was there selling masks to people who were passing by. People in Monrovia, the little kids, all over town. I read that over 350,000 children in Liberia are selling on the streets. Street hawkers. Where are the parents? I bet if the parents had jobs to do, had responsibility, had something to do, their kids might not have been on the street selling among and between cars. What's going on with our country? Why is our country wasting away? And we sit back and we say we agree. Whether they were good leaders or not, or good rulers or not, we agree. We want to put them back into power. You know, there's a story that I heard when I was a little child, a young child growing up in Sino County. And it was told that the rabbit and the turtle decided to have a race. And the rabbit was so upbeat and so confident of himself that he was going to beat the rabbit, the turtle, hands down. There's no way that the turtle could race the rabbit and defeat him. So when they called the people in town, the turtle said, I will beat you in this race. And the rabbit said, oh, you're just joking. Let's go and call everybody in town. Let's tell the king, let everybody come and watch us racing and see if you can make it with me. I'm very energetic. I have everybody that is supporting me. When it's raining, they come outside in the rain and support me and go after me. Even if there's water that is so contaminated, they walk in the water. They go to a place to support me. And you are telling me you can beat me? It is impossible. You don't even have people supporting you. When you have something at the Antoinette Tottenham Stadium, there's no one hardly there. It is mostly empty. When I had mine, it was packed to capacity. So there's no way that you, turtle, can defeat me. They told the king and they brought everybody out to witness the race between the rabbit and the turtle. They got in line and they counted, and then the race began. The rabbit went fast. Very fast, and we know the turtle. It kept going on gradually. When the rabbit noticed that the turtle was far behind, he said, oh, I've already won the race. So what's the essence of me rushing? What I'm going to do, I'm going to rest a little bit until he comes a little closer, then I will end the race. When he decided to rest, he fell asleep. The turtle came gradually past him, and by the time the rabbit got up, the turtle was already at the end, the finish line. And the turtle won the race. I'm giving this analogy to let Liberians know that the race is not to the swift, but the one who endures to the end. I know a lot of the UP people and CDC people believe that they have the numbers. They're going to win this race. They're going to win the elections. Some of them have come to the place where they have become so entitled and say we're going to win the first round. There's no way that anyone can defeat us. We're going to win the first round because we are so strong. We have the supporters. We are energetic. We can lie. We are propagandists. We can spread propaganda, lies, and deceive and deception, dishonesty, and people believe us. The same thing with the CDC. They're killing one another. In Grand Jude, they are fighting each other. Just everywhere you turn now in Liberia. If a moment place the last time, we understand that they were fighting again. Even the UP people in their very compound at their headquarters, they were fighting. Everything is violence with the CDC and the UP. But there's one party that is behaving like a turtle. CDC and UP, they're acting like the rabbit. They feel that they have all. They have arrived. It is all made up. Things are they're just waiting for inauguration. They don't even have to worry about anything. And you are the rabbits. But the CPP is considered the turtle. If you are distracted and you keep fighting each other and fighting among yourself, CPP going to come by and will win this election, and you will be amazed. Liberians will be shocked when the results are announced after October 10. After October 10, you all think that CPP, they are not doing anything. They are not a party to lead Liberia. When people make phone calls, they say, oh, Joseph Boakai is this, but we agree. Oh, George Weah, that's the one we're going to support because he paid my child's and WIAC fees. So we want him to remain as the leader of this country to do what he wants to do, he's doing. Tell me, what is George Weah plan for the next 6 years? Have you heard it? I have not heard it. I have not heard it. All I see him doing is to argue with people, telling them that he's Bana Pekin too. You have a president who will tell supporters that he's a Bana Pekin when they are disagreeing with him. Is that the platform for the next 6 years if George Weah wins? I just want to encourage you CPP supporters. Don't give in and don't give up. Keep striving, keep fighting. Keep encouraging the Liberian people. You have a platform, you have a message. Who are they listening to? Are they listening to those without any message for them? Any platform? Nothing for the future? Don't get tangled in that rigmarole they are going through. Just keep focused. Be steadfast. Keep looking at the future. Keep looking at the light that is at the end of that troublesome situation in our country, because we know freedom is coming. Freedom is coming to Liberia and for Liberians. Because you guys are in bondage today. Everyone is selling. People the kids are on the street. When you ask them, why are you selling on the street? They say, because we want to pay our school fees. We need something to eat. We can't feed ourselves. And this is the only means we have. How can Liberia reduce its children, its future, to nothing? Why are we fighting among ourselves? Why are we killing one another? But one thing we fail to realize, if even Joseph Boakai wins the presidency of Liberia, most of you who are living in ghettos, and they have that demeaning name and call you guys Zogos, which is so terrible. That is not a name for anybody to be called. Because I believe some of the situation you are faced with, my brothers and sisters in Liberia, it was not of your own making. It's the system that caused you to be who you are today. Now they have named you Zogos. You are only less fortunate. You are now a Zogo. You are not a whisked away. You are not limited in any way. And no one should call you Zogo or you accept the idea of being a person called Zogo. It is demeaning. Our Liberian, the future of our country is not demeaning. Do not allow yourself. Stand up. Do something with your life. Leave the drugs. Yeah, they can bring all the drugs they can. In Liberia, you don't have to take drugs. It is not your portion. You are the future of that nation. We depend on you. We look to you for guidance and for leadership in the future. Let the rabbit keep jumping around and dancing and fighting each other. But the turtle is coming. The turtle is coming. And I believe, as the story went, the turtle won the race. And I believe that Alexander B. Cummings and Councillor Charlene Brumskin going to be the next leaders of Liberia. To you, my subscribers, I thank you for returning. Thanks for your consistency. Those of you who watch my video and have not subscribed, I want to encourage you to please do so, because it is important that you get this information to know what is happening in our country. Why are people fighting each other? Why are they behaving like a rabbit in this story? Hustling and bustling and making so much noise. You know, it is said that an empty drum makes noise. But if that drum is filled up, it doesn't make noise. We see today that the CDC and the UP, they are making noise because they are empty. They have nothing to offer. But the CPP has something to offer you. So if you want to continue listening to things that I say, subscribe. I want you to share my videos. I want you to like my videos. And I want you to hit the notification bell so that you will receive every video that I put up every day. I love you. I love you. And I care about your well-being. That's why I keep sitting here every morning to speak to your conscience, to speak to your good heart, to speak to who you are. Not a lesser being, but a being that knows what is right. And I must admonish you today, vote. Vote your conscience. Vote CPP. Thank you for permitting me to speak to you, and I'm deeply honored. Thank you. And God bless you all in Liberia, and God bless the Republic of Liberia.